You came back again. Good. Stories like this respect loyalty. Pull your wrapper tighter. The night has grown curious, and curiosity invites cold. Now listen carefully. When Maduka of Mudora spoke in the square of Akunma, his voice did not shout, but it carried. Some voices are trained by wrestling grounds and argument fires. They know how to lean on silence until silence breaks first. The forest does not belong to Akunma alone, he had said. That sentence entered the crowd like a seed tossed carelessly into fertile soil. Murmurs swelled. Feet shifted. Torches crackled louder, as if the fire itself was offended. Elder Ogwefai Anin, whose beard had turned white before most of the younger men were born, stepped forward and planted his staff firmly into the earth. Forest paths may cross village borders, he said slowly, but stories do not. Speak carefully, Maduka. Maduka smiled, a practiced smile, polished by years of forcing advantage into places it did not naturally fit. I am speaking carefully, he replied. That is why I am here openly, not sneaking like a thief in the night. That word, thief, fluttered through the crowd like a restless bird. Nwai felt his chest tighten. He glanced at Mbik, who stood behind him, arms crossed, eyes sharp enough to slice lies into thin pieces. Elder Namdi, another council member, cleared his throat. We have heard whispers, not explanations. Whispers are dangerous food. Maduka bowed slightly. Then allow me to feed you properly. He told his version. He spoke of the rock as a forgotten shelter, a neutral place, a shared heritage. He mentioned the old man, but framed him as a gatekeeper holding what belonged to all. He spoke of protection, of ancient agreements between clans, of fairness wearing the mask of generosity. He did not speak of the harm. He did not speak of fear. He did not speak of how the stone seemed to watch. Because greed, my children, is clever. It knows which truths to hide so lies can walk comfortably. When Maduka finished, silence followed, not because people agreed, but because they were measuring their own desires. Elder Anin turned to Nwai. You, son of Okafor, tell us what you saw. All eyes fell on Nwai. Now let me pause here, because this is where men often fail, not from wickedness, but from confusion. Truth is heavy. Carrying it without spilling takes strength and balance. Nwai spoke slowly. He described the entrance, the chamber, the carvings, the feeling of being watched by time itself. He spoke of Izenwa, but not his name. He spoke of warning, not invitation. When he finished, someone laughed nervously. So, a young man said, it is just an old meeting house. Yes, another added. What is the harm in seeing it? Mbi clicked her tongue sharply. If harm introduced itself politely, the word would have no scars. A ripple of laughter eased the tension briefly. But elders do not laugh when decisions sharpen. Elder Namdi raised his hand. This is not a matter for excitement. We must consult memory. Memory. Maduka scoffed. With respect, Elder, memory is what keeps villages poor while opportunities pass. That was a mistake. Elder Anin's eyes flashed. And forgetting, he thundered, is what buries villages entirely. The crowd fell silent. The elders withdrew to deliberate, leaving the square buzzing like a disturbed hive. Women whispered. Children were chased away. Men argued in hushed tones, each one pretending to care about tradition while secretly weighing personal gain. Nwai sat on a low stool, head in his hands. Mbik leaned close. This thing you brought home, she whispered, has teeth. I did not bring it, he replied bitterly. It followed me. From the shadows, a voice spoke. Stories always do. They turned. Izenwa stood at the edge of the torchlight. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Some stepped back instinctively. Others leaned forward, curiosity overpowering caution. The old man looked smaller here, among many faces, but his presence bent attention toward him like gravity. I was wondering how long it would take, he said calmly. Who are you? Someone demanded. I am a reminder, Izenwa replied. And reminders are rarely welcomed. The elders returned, staffs tapping in unison. Elder Anin stared hard at the old man. Do you belong to Akunma? He asked. Izenwa shook his head. I belong to what Akunma forgot. That answer unsettled everyone. You guard the rock? Maduka asked sharply. I guard memory, Izenwa corrected. The rock guards itself. Elder Nam decided. Then speak. What is this place? Izenwa scanned the crowd. It was built when villages trusted each other enough to share truth. It was hidden when truth became dangerous. Mama swore again. You see, Maduka said quickly. Shared truth. Shared place. Izenwa turned to him slowly. Shared responsibility, he said. Not shared greed. Maduka bristled. Careful, old man. Izenwa smiled sadly. I have been careful longer than you have been alive. The elders exchanged uneasy glances. Finally, Elder Anin spoke. We will not rush this. At first light, representatives from Akunma, Umudara, and Kola will meet. The rock will be approached, not claimed. Maduka nodded, though disappointment flickered across his face. Izenwa inclined his head. Wise. Wisdom delays its steps. The crowd began to disperse, but the air remained tight, like a rope pulled too far. As Nwai turned to leave, Izenwa touched his arm. Tonight, the old man said softly, sleep lightly. Why? Nwai asked. Because when elders argue with the past, Izenwa replied, the past listens. And sometimes, it answers. That night, dogs barked without cause. Drums from Umudara beat once, then stopped. And deep in Ohia Uche, beneath the patient rock, the hum resumed, slow, steady, awake. Oh, rest now. Because in the next chapter, you will hear how dawn brings counsels and how intentions reveal themselves before words do.